today we are going to be making our Whispers from Dodona soap. This is a Grove of Dodona inspired soap, which for those of you who may not be as obsessed with Greek mythology and stories as I am, the Grove of Dodona was a sacred place to the ancient Greeks, similar to the Oracle at Delphi, where you could go there and look for assistance and guidance. So we are going to get going and get started on this. Our fragrance oil today is a custom blend with hints of chestnut, fresh rain, and fruity note with some fruity and floral notes shoved in there as well. It's very pretty. I think it is a very good gender neutral soap. I think pretty much anyone would love this. If you love some of that more earthy, those more earthy scents. So we are going to get going and get started on this today. So for the most part, our fragrance oil is the two that I have picked for this blend. One kind of turns a darker brown when it's saponified, and the other turns a tan. So we are going to pour off some of this and pretty much leave it be and hope that that kind of comes out with a lighter tan color. And then the rest of it, we are going to add just a hint of brown to get our design. So let's go ahead and get that going. Alright, so I've gone ahead and poured off some of our colors. This is just going to be a 2-color soap, plus I have a little bit of oil here mixed with some Maya Gold from Nurture Soap. That's going to just add to our design a little bit, give us a nice little bit of a gold shimmer in there. I'm not going to color this one at all. I'm pretty much going to let the fragrance oil do the coloring. But I am going to add a little bit of white to this one over here, just to kind of keep it from getting too dark on us. So the design that we are going for today is a wood grain soap technique. So the bars on this soap are going to be cut a little bit differently. However, I'm going to aim for them to look to be about the same size as our regular soaps. And let's go ahead and start getting this poured. So I'm going to take another container here and I'm going to pour off some of our base into here. That's a little bit more than I want. We are thickening up really fast. I just gave those a little bit of a mix. I'm adding some of our gold stirring stick. I'm just swirling that in. The fragrance is moving a lot faster than I had anticipated, so we're just going to run with this real quick. And I don't like how that gold is just sitting on the top there. This may not give us quite what we want, but hopefully it'll be close. So I'm just taking my soap and going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. As you see, it's moving itself down. I'm not having to do anything really with it. The soap is thickening a whole lot faster than I had anticipated. But we're just gonna try and go with it. Gonna go ahead and start adding in more of our oil into this container. I don't think we'll really start seeing the design until tomorrow when we cut, but that is perfectly fine. All right. I don't think we're gonna get quite the design we're looking for here, but I hope it'll still turn out really pretty. It should. It should. So I'm just gonna keep moving this further and further down just so that it starts moving sideways a bit. And actually, I need more oil. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour the rest of this into the container. I was anticipating it to speed up a little bit, not nearly as fast as it did, but that's fine. Got a little bit gold here for one more pour after that. Getting a nice mix. I'm just trying to flatten this out just a little bit. Just since we have it building up on the side here and getting thick on us. I did actually soap at a colder, like a pretty cold temp in an attempt to get it to work with us. But sometimes things just don't work out like you plan. And I probably should have tested this fragrance out first, but I didn't. All right. This will be the last of our oils. So in order to get that wood grain look, we're going to be cutting this a different way than normal, which you will see tomorrow when we cut this. this way, it would have just a different look to it. And who knows? We may actually end up going with that look. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm really sold on wanting that wood grain look, but in the end, I think I'll go with whichever. There's two potential designs to get out of this, and I will go with whichever one I think looks better. Especially with how this sped up on us. There is the last of our gold. Now to give it a good twist up. And we move on. We're kind of getting to the point where it just does not want to move on us. So I'm just making it move. I may change this design up in the future. I may use a little bit less of the troublesome fragrance. Right. When push comes to shove, manually pour. Depending on which design we stick with anyways, the top here won't really be seen so much, except on maybe a couple of bars. And I'm just going to pat these out. All right. So I know it's been a little hard to see, just because I had it all set up. This is what our soap looks right now. I'm going to go ahead and just spray it down with isopropyl alcohol, and I will see you back here in 18 to 24 hours for the cut. Welcome back. So here is our Grove of Dodona soap. It's a lot more yellow than I was anticipating. I hope this kind of changes more to a brown, or at least a light tan, like more of a tan, as it cures. So you'll see this is not my standard mold, my cutters that I use. This is a single cutter. We are going to go ahead and cut this to try and get that wood grain look. So it just needs to be cut how it looks now. It's going to be cut more horizontally rather than vertically. So in order to be able to do that, I already have this measured out. I'm going to go ahead and cut off that end, just so we get a good couple sample bars. You can't really see it so much right there. It's a very light design. I hope it kind of turns out the way I'm hoping. But I guess we will see. If nothing else, the next batch of this that I will make will have brown in it to kind of fix that. Alright. So it looks like we are going to be able to get quite a few samples out of this. I will end up cutting these this way. Just to get, that's actually kind of about the size of the sample bar that I like. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and cut these while we're right here. Alright, so the single cutter is back away, and we are back on the multi-cutter. So what I'm going to do with these is line it up. So we get those 3 bars. You can't really see it so much, but that is going to have a bit of a wood grain to it. If nothing else, it will just have that really light wood grain, and it's almost like golden wood. I'm not so sure I like how those ones cut, so we'll do this one a bit differently. I'll only get the 2 bars out of it, but I can live with that. If I was smart, I would have figured out which of my molds would have been better for this, but I did not, because I do have one other style of loaf mold, the smaller Amazon ones, but I was not thinking when I went ahead and just put it in the larger mold. Alright. So we don't have much design now, but hopefully as they cure, they will get a better design on them. And you'll be able to see them up in the shops. This is going to be our Whispers of Dodona soap. If nothing else, I hope you guys still at least like the fragrance, and we will modify these the next time that we make them. Thank you. See you next time.